Hey there humans, and welcome back to the channel. And today I got my old hiking buddy back, my brother Eric. It's been a while since we've got to get out and really do a hike together, and our first time in the high peaks, I do believe. Yeah, first time together in the high peaks, I should say. And today we are tackling Sawteeth. We're on the road from the AMR parking area, and it's mid-May, so today's a crapshoot. Supposed to rain all day. We've had mixed reports on how the trail's gonna look. There's two different ways to get up Sawteeth. One is the Scenic route, which is a much more technical route, or the Weld trail, which is not to sneeze at, but it's slightly less technical. We're gonna make a decision when we get to the junction and decide which way we want to try and tackle. There's a possibility we hit a spot or two that we don't like, and I'd hate to say we turn around, but we're not going to risk our lives. The reason this time of year is a little tricky is because there's still rotten snow and ice up there, which is way better if it's just all frozen or just all gone. But yeah, either way, this is the beginning of our trip to Sawteeth. We'll see you in a bit. All right, here we go. This is my brother's first crossing of the famous AMR gate, the Adirondack Mountain Reserve gate. This is privately owned property. You have to make a reservation to come up here and park and hike. You can't just wander up this way. And this is the other famous piece of the puzzle, the Lake Road, and this gains you access to multiple different high peaks. And if you decide you're going to be a 46er, you're going to get really used to this road. All right, here is our junction off from Lake Road, which you can't miss because they have this giant sign that goes, the road goes down to the beach for Ausable Lake, and that is a playground for the rich and wealthy, not hiker trash like us. Yay. So we will stick to the allotted trails and onward.
What's all this stuff down here?
This stuff.
This liquid stuff.
I'm gonna say this is the runoff for Ausable. I'm guessing this is the Ausable River coming out of Ausable Lake. And I'm no meteorologist, but I'm guessing visibility is not very good. When right now there's a giant mountain right there, and you can't see the mountain. But I promise you it is there, unless this is some weird David Copperfield shit where he made the mountain disappear. But it'd be pretty poor timing on our part to show up on the day Copperfield made the mountain disappear. Yeah, it just occurred to me, young kids don't know who David Copperfield is. So David Blaine held his breath until the mountain disappeared.
Chris Angel.
It's all. Chris Angel put needles in his skin till the mountain disappeared. I can't use any of this. I really can't. All right. Gothic Sawteeth, Lost Lookout, Rainbow Falls. Well, we're headed that way. And here's the bridge. Obviously still very solid and in one piece. So for some of this, you're gonna have to use your imagination. That right there is a great big lake, Ausable Lake, and yeah, it's gorgeous. You'll have to trust me. Probably lots of videos on the internet you can go check that out on. Only after you watch the rest of mine. And like and subscribe. And hold it. Oh, the camera's not on yet. Hold on, the camera's being janky. Don't move. You're gonna ruin the illusion. All right, hold it. Hold it. Okay. So we decided we are going to brave the Scenic Trail. Weren't really sure. We wanted to kind of get out here and see the trail conditions, and it's actually perfectly fine trail wise. It's gonna probably be a little choppier at the top, but either way that's where we're going. So the Scenic Trail is exactly what that is. It's a more scenic route up to the top as opposed to the Weld Trail. However, it is more technical, so we're just concerned that doing the climbing might be a problem. The fun part is yeah, with the cloud coverage, I don't know how much more scenic it's going to be. So I don't know, might be back here in the summertime to record that trail again. But in the meantime, away we go.
Away we go. Now we have to push them on walks. We hate that.
There's some mountain. Look at that. Told you it was in there.
All right, let's Stroud, let's do it. Nice thing about the trail over there.
Okay, technically this is lookout number 1 on the Scenic Trail. Let's go have a look, see what's going on, see if we like it. Yes, it's all me right now.
See the trail up there?
Let's take a look. All right, well, there's the mountain I tried pointing out earlier. That was not there. And this is lookout number 1 on the Scenic Trail if you decide to come out and do this.
Pretty close to the mountains now. You know what one that is?
That mountain there?
Down the end of the lake here.
Oh, at the very, very end of the lake? I don't know. I don't think that's one of the 46. I'd have to look. I mean, across from us, I can't really point it out here and there. Blake and Colvin is directly across from us. And then somewhere up in there is Dial and Nipple Top. And that's about as close to my expertise as you're gonna get. But that is a fact. Over in there, Blake and Colvin, Dial and Nipple Top. It'd be easier if they weren't completely socked in with fog. But
saw a fish jump,
oh, you guys missed a fish jump. I know my audience well, and they're going to be highly disappointed they didn't see a fish jump.
Well, we could have gotten over here from the other one.
I suppose. All right, so to be honest, on a day like today, Outlook 2 is a little bit more off the beaten path, and so you're gonna walk 50 yards or so, kind of the same as the last view, only because everything's socked in, it's not a great view. So do the scenic route too if you got a nice clear day, probably. Shortly after Outlook number 2 is when it starts to actually feel like an Adirondack mountain climb. Gets pretty steep in a hurry. That's where we're at. Up, up, up. I love it. We love it. Wouldn't have it any other way. Let's go get it. Well, look at this. The trail provides. I was just promoted to Junior Ranger. Pretty cool. I certainly hope I don't find the rest of the Junior Ranger anywhere out here soon. Anyways, free pin for me. Sweet.
And before you think I'm being funny, it's because we didn't have to go off trail at all to get to it.
Yeah, so outlook 3. Yes, this is the positive part. We did not have to veer off the trail or wander aimlessly for no reason. But yeah, we're up in that cloud now that we were looking at the beginning. I bet it's awesome. Maybe I'll make a list of cool videos you can go watch instead of mine to see these outlooks.
Can we name this cloud because we're inside of it? Are we allowed to name the cloud if we're in it?
Yeah, I think we can name the cloud. Why not? Who's stopping you? What are you thinking?
I think it's Bert.
Bert.
Is Bert a good name?
Sure, it's my brother-in-law.
Okay.
Bert the Cloud. All right.
Bert the cloud.
Bert the Cloud. Here's hoping the sun comes along and cooks you. All right. Away we go.
Go bother the people on Mars.
Yeah, there's like so many other mountains to go pester. Why is... Yeah, that's down, man. You have a bad moment on this rock right here, and well, Bert the Cloud ain't gonna help you, I can promise you that. All right, here we go. Okay, so everybody knows the mountain doesn't count if you use ladders. Go ahead, Eric.
You son of a gun.
This should be pretty hard packed because this was packed down by the winter hikers, but I guess don't trust your life to it. All right, people, it is now sloppy and slick, and we got some rock scrambling to do. You may, when you get to this point, want to put your trekking poles away. So by far, the most technical part we've had to deal with yet. There you go. And then really your hand holds there, and then this root that kind of wraps around. Not that one, the next one to the right is solid. And just keep your, now, you gotta get underneath that. There you go. Yeah. Stay close to the rock. Yeah, I'm just here if you need me.
There you go.
Good. Hold on. We're coming down off the south. Well, it's yeah, the fall summit. I think it's called the South Sawtooth or Sawteeth Summit. As we all know, I don't do my homework very well. But anyways, you may hear the term monorailing from time to time. This is kind of a monorail situation here, where this is the hard packed snow on the trail from the winter hikers. And they packed this nice and solid. So like 2 weeks ago, this would have been great to walk in. Now it's just a mess. And the holes that you can see someone stepped in there, that's probably 2 feet deep, that hole there. So we're just being super careful on the monorail to not break an ankle falling in a hole. Like, I don't mind if I sink a bit, I just don't want to do it and then fall forward. So fortunately my brother weighs more than me nowadays, so if he can stand on it, I should be fine. How's it going, Tubby? All right.
Why do you tell me to go out in front of you all the time?
We just passed the sign, said Sawteeth Summit, 0.1 mile, which honestly out here could take us 3 hours if it's the wrong 0.1 mile, but I think we'll be all right. So I don't think there's
no marker?
A marker for this one. It probably got stolen at some point. They all had signs at one point in time. Yeah, for those of you at home who's looking forward to the scenic trail views and Sawteeth Summit, blame Bert for this. Yeah, he got us. You know, the reality is though, I'm not complaining at all. The weather has been actually phenomenal in the grand scheme of things. It's supposed to start really raining kind of from here on out, but we're going down this mountain at this point. We're headed to the car. I don't care, let it rain. This is not the official summit. I'm gonna have to pull the map and see. I think we walked over the summit.
Oh really?
But I think so, but either way, this would be the best lookout from up here, and there's no lookout. So okay, humans, so where that last overlook that was socked in, we grabbed a snack there. I checked the map. We weren't actually quite to the peak yet. From that last overlook, it's, I don't know, maybe not even 100 yards to the peak of the mountain, but it is treed in. There's no sign currently to tell you you're at the peak. And yeah, there's absolutely no view there. So now we're just descending. We're on the Weld trail, headed back down towards Ausable Lake, and it's raining. So we got that going for us, but we should get out of where the snow is. And on this side, it's more rocky with some like more slide-like terrain. This is pretty common Adirondack terrain here. All right.
This puts every other waterfall we've ever seen to.
Well, this is Rainbow Falls, folks. I had heard they call it Rainbow Falls because when it freezes over, it's got different colors in it. I would imagine if the sun was out, there'd also be a rainbow involved in it right now as well. This is the upper overlook of Rainbow Falls from the Weld Trail. And hopefully we can get a little bit closer once we get to the bottom of the mountain and get a better shot of it. Alright, so Rainbow Falls is no joke. That thing is a monster. We may not have gotten any good views from the peak of Sawteeth, but all the recent rain has definitely got this waterfall just a humming. And this is by far one of the most impressive waterfalls I've seen. All right, humans, we've got Sawteeth wrapped up and in the books, and yeah, we did not get views, unfortunately, but the hike was hiked. Everybody got back safely, so it's a success. Gives me a reason to come back out, I guess, and hike it on another day to get the views. But for the most part, we got lucky, even though the views weren't there. We mostly avoided the rain. It came at the tail end of the hike. We got the waterfall, which was amazing. So yeah, I'm pretty jazzed about it. I would say trail conditions, if you were coming out here to hike this early spring, it's a crapshoot. It could be, I would say today was good, not bad anyways. There's patchy snow, but like you could come on this exact same date next year and there's, you know, feet of broken up snow. So, you know, you're taking your chances this time of year. What do you think, bro?
I think overall it was a great hike. You know, we were given an option right in the beginning to go one direction or the other, and my personal opinion, we took the correct direction. It seemed like the majority of the rotten snow and ice covered slides were on the uphill, and we tackled those pretty well going up, so it made for a nice descent, which I'm always a fan of. A nice descent.
Yeah, so specifically we took the Scenic route up and then took the Weld trail down. And so if you're gonna come out here and hike it, and like personally, I don't think the climbs were that bad for the Adirondacks. They a little bit of technical, but not nearly as technical as many other mountains out here. But if you're uncomfortable with the climbing part, you can go up the Weld trail and back down the Weld trail pretty easily. It's really, there is a big difference in technicality between the two. The Scenic route on a clear day is by far the superior route as far as views. There really aren't any views on the Weld trail. So if you're coming out to do it and you want to take it a little easier, or if you don't think there's going to be any views anyways, do the Weld trail to be easier on you. If you want to do a more technical hike and on a clear day get the views, do the Scenic route. All right, humans, peace out.